Welcome to The Creative Undoing, a space for unraveling old stories, honoring the sacred, rediscovering creativity, and trusting the signs along the way. I'm Phoebe Wells, and this is what I'd tell her. The pain was real, the system was the problem. Your cycle is a compass. No one taught us to read it. If time travel were real and wouldn't destroy the space-time continuum, I'd go back and sit next to my teenage self, clutching her stomach, filled with fear over the pain coursing through her body, and whisper, "This isn't normal. You're not dramatic. You're not weak. You're in pain, and you deserve to be taken seriously." I'd tell her that mood swings don't make her a bad person, and that crying uncontrollably and needing extra sleep a week before your period isn't just being hormonal. I'd tell her that if every month feels like a battle between your body and life, it's worth asking better questions and demanding better answers for those paid to have them. The truth we're not taught. Growing up, I felt like a hypochondriac. My periods were heavy and excruciating, and my moods were all over the place. Getting up in the morning felt impossible at times, and even when it wasn't my time of the month, pain ruled my life. But when test after test, doctor after doctor told me that everything looked normal, I questioned my reality. So I consented to the birth control, the anti-anxiety medications, the SSRIs, the mood stabilizers, and accepted that the suffering was all in my head. After all, periods were supposed to hurt. Feeling off, unmotivated, exhausted, achy, anxious, weepy, well, that was just being a woman, right? But painful periods aren't normal, and having your mental health hijacked by your hormones isn't something anyone, especially a teenage girl, should have to white-knuckle through in silence. It took me 16 years to be diagnosed with endometriosis. 16 years of pelvic pain, fatigue, inflammation, and being told I had a low threshold for pain. Add PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, to the mix, and I became acutely aware of the energetic shifts happening in my body every month, and how dismissed those signals were by the outside world. How the medical system fails women. Endometriosis is a chronic, inflammatory condition where tissue similar to the lining of the uterus, endometrium, grows outside of the uterus, on places it doesn't belong: ovaries, bladder, bowels, uterus, etc. It affects 1 in 10 women, but it's suspected that number is much higher, as the average time to receive a diagnosis ranges from 7 to 10 years. That's because imaging like ultrasounds or MRIs don't often pick it up, which means that laparoscopic surgery is the only way to confirm and remove the lesions. Like the uterine lining, the endometrium-like tissue thickens, breaks down, and bleeds during a period. But unlike normal menstrual blood, this tissue has nowhere to go. It builds up and sheds throughout the body, causing inflammation and forming scar tissue, adhesions, and cysts. But despite being so common, endometriosis is still widely misunderstood, misdiagnosed, and often dismissed outright. That's not an accident. It's a direct result of a much deeper issue. Women's pain has never been a priority in modern medicine. From the inception of modern medicine, women have either been excluded from research or treated as smaller, moodier clones of men. Women are less likely to receive timely diagnosis and treatment for heart attacks, due in large part to presenting symptoms differently than men, and are less likely to receive bystander CPR and defibrillation than men because, well, boobs. Until 1993, women were often excluded from clinical trials, and most drug dosing was, and sometimes still is, based on a default male model, leading to higher side effect rates in women. And although it's 2025 and we'd like to think that we've evolved past surface-level biases, appearance-based dismissals are still a very real thing. Overweight women are frequently told to lose weight for issues unrelated to their size, delaying real diagnosis and care. Women with pain or fatigue are often accused of drug seeking, and women of color face even greater hurdles, including stereotypes that they tolerate pain better or they exaggerate symptoms. The United States has the highest maternal mortality rate among high-income countries, with Black women experiencing 49.5 deaths per 100,000 live births, which is more than 2.5 times the rate for white women. The medical system was not built with women in mind, and certainly not with women of color, neurodivergent women, or those who sit outside the American ideal of what a woman should look like. Modern medicine was built for men. Female pain is an afterthought that we are still paying the price for. So, it's up to us to change that. Learning to listen and work with your cycle. But here's the secret our ancestors want us to know. Your cycle is your power. Your cycle isn't just a period, it's an entire rhythm, a symphony of evolution, reinvention, and a new beginning each month. You carry the movement of this planet within your core, cycling through seasons that influence your energy, focus, creativity, and intuition on a monthly basis. Here's what I mean. Your menstrual phase is winter. That's when you begin to bleed. This is the time to rest and reflect. Your body is shedding the old, and so are you. So slow down, recharge, recalibrate. The follicular phase is your spring. Estrogen rises, your energy returns, and clarity washes over you. This phase is ideal for starting new projects and getting things moving. The ovulatory phase is summer. Girl is feeling good. You experience peak vitality, expert communication skills, and confidence. You're magnetic. Use it for the highest good. And your luteal phase, well, that's your autumn. It's time to turn inward. Prepare for the next cycle. Evaluate, meditate, contemplate before making any significant life changes. Be gentle and be aware. The person I am during the follicular and ovulatory phases can drastically differ from my menstrual and luteal self. And it takes a lot of effort not to let the physical pain and emotional turmoil of the latter disrupt my life. But since my surgery in 2022, I've learned to work with the internal seasons. The Optimized Woman by Miranda Gray and Wild Feminine by Tammy Lynn Kent are two resources in my arsenal that I return to nearly every month. Both have been keys to my self-discovery, and if any of this essay resonated with you, I highly encourage you to seek them out. The Undoing and the Becoming. Endometriosis, PMDD, medical gaslighting, these are all part of my undoing. Not breaking, not falling apart, but the conscious unraveling of every story I was told about my mind and body, my worth, my pain. The story that said I was too sensitive, too emotional, too much, too hysterical to treat. Endometriosis and PMDD don't define me, but the fight to be heard, believed, and to rebuild a relationship with my body, that's foundational to my being. It's the reason I follow my cycle like a sacred compass. It's why I listen to the quiet shifts, I rest, I meditate, and stretch. It's why I write, and it's why this space, the creative undoing, exists. We live in a world that thrives on our disconnection from the rhythms responsible for the very life that we all, men and women, lead. But every time we tune in, speak up, ask for more, and refuse to let pain become our normal, well, that's a revolution. And if you've ever felt like a stranger in your own body, I hope you know this. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are not alone.